Hey guys, my name's Alanna and I hate Hallmark movies. I know they're bad movies, but I can't stop watching them. Even if you don't necessarily watch Hallmark movies, but you love bad movies, you are in the right place. Today I am recapping Beverly Hills Wedding from 2021. This is both a Valentine's movie and a wedding movie. How lucky are we? This movie actually came up when I was researching the worst rated Valentine's Day movies. So there's a list on my channel. If you're looking for bad movie night inspiration, go check it out. This movie came up in that research because quite frankly, it's terrible. Now, if you watch Hallmark movies, you're gonna recognize a lot of people in this one. There's like a lot of the usuals. If you don't watch Hallmark, but you are a living, breathing human, you're gonna see how utterly stupid this is. Like real stupid. Anyway, that's the vibe for today. Hope you got some good snacks. Hope you are comfortable because this is gonna hurt. We start off with royalty footage. We are in a small town in Oregon this time around. We join a wedding in progress and we see our Hallmark girly Molly. Now Molly is like a wedding photographer person, which I feel like is so common in these movies. We get photographer, reporter, and then like just like generic marketing girly. But in this one, she is a wedding photographer. And it's here we get some family tree lore that is unceremoniously dumped on us. Okay, so bear with me. After the ceremony, our Hallmark girly Molly is talking to like her coworker lady, who brings her the photos that Molly asked for. And we see these photos and we get this little story basically of a like childhood wedding between Molly's younger sister Sophia and her like crush slash the local boy Jordan. And it's like this cutesy little fake wedding that they did when they were kids. Our Hallmark girly Molly took the photos obviously when she was a kid. She's the photographer, right? And we do see a silly one of Jordan, the fake groom, his brother, Corey. And we learned that Hallmark girly Molly and this Jordan guy used to date until he moved away, okay? I know there's a lot of names, all right, but these are our only characters really. So go ahead and keep that up here. The whole reason Molly wanted these photos is because Jordan, now an adult, is actually proposing to Sophia for real. Okay, great. At the family farm, we meet Jordan, obviously like adult Jordan now, potentially fiance Jordan, and he's getting ready to propose to Sophia, aka Molly's sister. Are you guys following along? It's simple, I promise you. Okay, you're gonna hate this movie. Don't worry about it. Molly's there. She's gonna hide in the bushes basically and take photos of the proposal. Then we meet Molly's sister Sophia, obviously now an adult. She's like just got off from work and Jordan's like, hey, let's just take a walk in the woods. Like not suspicious at all, that's fine. And Molly's like hidden in the bushes taking the pictures. And then he proposes to Sophia in the same spot of where they had that little wedding when they were kids.
Sophia McCarty, you are my best friend. You're my first love and my last love. I'm wondering if you will marry me. For real this time.
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Hold on to this moment, okay? Because I actually love this. It's so sweet and cute and genuine and lovely and I love it. Hold on to this because we're not gonna get anything like this for the rest of the movie. This all happens within the first 5 minutes. We have an hour and 24 minutes to go and the rest of it sucks. But this, you know what? I can fuck with this. This is very cute. Also, I am like kind of still sick and I feel like I sound really weird. Just ignore it.
So do you guys know where you want to get married?
We've only been engaged for like a minute.
Jordan? Well, it's never too soon to start thinking.
This interaction so perfectly encapsulates the character of Molly, our Hallmark girly, the girl that we're supposed to be rooting for. She is obsessed with weddings, obsessed with planning the wedding or just like planning in general. She's a bit pushy, okay? It's a bit awkward and she's pushy for the rest of this movie. The sister Sophia, who is actually like very normal for a Hallmark movie. She doesn't know what she wants for the wedding. She doesn't know where she wants it to be, but she mentions like it needs to be done cheap because she's still paying off like student debt. They're like young, they're just starting out, they don't have the money. It needs to be cheap, it needs to be on a budget. She's perfectly like normal and reasonable. Where are we? Because it can't be the Hallmark Cinematic Universe.
Congratulations!
What? This is so sweet, but actually kind of made me sort of sad. Just like 4 seniors in a barn. These, of course, are the 2 sets of parents, and we get some mindless chatting until...
Seriously, honey, you're the best. How did you get everyone here without me noticing?
Well, actually, that was mostly my brother's doing.
Hey, I take it you said yes? Hi.
Hi.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah. Why wouldn't I be fine?
Molly, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned Corey was...
It's fine. Are you kidding? Why would it care? Hi. Good to see you. Really great. Welcome home. Welcome back to Hughes, to the farm. Your farm. Well, it's your family's farm. It's not my farm. Welcome home.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, ex-boyfriend Corey, aka Jordan's brother, is there, part of the celebrations. Fancy that. I wonder what will happen. Later, she's looking at some photos. I assume photos that she took. And Jordan, no, I get these guys mixed up. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna get the names mixed up. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Why are we here? I don't know. What are we doing? Corey comes over, ex-boyfriend Corey comes over with champagne to chat. And he is actually like genuinely nice to her, and she is super shitty to him, and this repeats for the rest of the movie. He's actually really nice, like genuine nice, and she's a total bitch. Love that. But it's here that we learn that they broke up 4 years ago. Girly, 4 years. We need to get over it. They're kind of talking about life and stuff, and he mentions that he's sort of in between jobs and he's not really sure where he's gonna go next or what he's gonna do next. And Molly, our Hallmark girly, is very much like, well, you should be with your family, not out like adventuring the world. Like, how dare you have a life? You should be with your family. Then we get a couple of speeches here so we can drop some more family lore.
Before our mother passed away, she asked me to make 2 promises. One, that I would always look out for my baby sister. And 2, that we would always follow our dreams.
If you clocked it, yes, we have a dead mother. Find me a Hallmark movie without a close dead relative. Oh wait, back at the house they're looking at Molly's photos, like from the engagement, and we get this throwaway line that the fiance Jordan does not like social media, is not on social media, doesn't post things onto social media, but he's gonna love the photos because he's gonna want to get them printed and like hung up in the house. All right. Go ahead and keep that up here. We also learn that Molly's a bit disappointed that she's still doing weddings, and she says like, I thought I would be selling portraits online by now, or like I'd have my own gallery, but she's still doing weddings. Girly, do you know how simple it is to start your own website and sell shit online? It is the year of our Lord 2021. Imagine this is the spot where I do a Squarespace ad. I wish. Back at what I assume is their like shared home or shared office or whatever, we learn the history behind or between Molly and what's his name? The brother? Jordan. No, Corey, the ex-boyfriend.
What's the real story between you two?
We dated all through high school and college, and he was going to take over his family's farm after his parents retired, and I was going to open up a studio here in Hughes. But then one summer he took a job on some sailboat. It was only supposed to be 1 season, but he stayed a little longer until one day he called me up and he said that Hughes wasn't the place for him and he didn't want to be tied to the farm.
Well, did you ever consider going with him?
He never asked.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. It's ancient history.
Not to be a hater, but I am a hater. Are we happy with this editing job? What even is this? Picture store? Legally distinct from Photoshop? It's here the coworker mentions that she knows somebody that won a wedding dress through like a competition. Like they got a free wedding dress from this like sweepstakes thing. And she's like, maybe you can look at those types of things to be able to plan this wedding on the cheap. The next day, Molly explains these like wedding competitions and like sweepstakes things. And she also mentions that she wants to plan the engagement party. And Sophia's like, okay, great, glad that's sorted.
I'm just sorry Mom isn't here to help plan things. But I'm looking out for you, okay? And I promise to make this the best day ever.
You're the best.
Then we get a music montage of Molly entering these like wedding competition things. And there's one in particular from Beverly Hills. Ooh, foreshadowing. And this particular wedding planner guy, in order to like enter the competition, you have to write an essay on why your love is perfect. And so Molly does on behalf of her sister and Jordan. Next, we're at one of the family homes for the engagement party, and surprise, brother Corey is there. Oh my God, can you believe it? He's at his brother's engagement party. Molly is disgusted. Corey is like, you know, we used to be best friends. Can we like clear the air? Our siblings are getting married. We're gonna see each other all the time and I don't want it to be uncomfortable. She just fucks off to the kitchen and pretends to make cookies to avoid talking to him. Love that. She basically says like, I'm not ready to be friends. And it's here when I remind us all, it's been 4 years. Like, maybe it's time to move on. I'll also say Corey is like kind of wonderful. He's emotionally intelligent, which in a Hallmark movie is kind of crazy. He's very sweet and he talks about his feelings like very openly. In a shock to absolutely no one, this actor is Canadian. Go Canada. But pause. He was 43 when they filmed this movie. Molly and Corey were together in college, and then he took a job for a season on a boat, and then they broke up, and then it's been 4 years. So in my mind, I'm picturing these characters like 27, maybe 28, which I feel like makes a lot more sense to this overarching story instead of this man who is literally 43. But whatever. Corey is actually one of the good ones, so we just don't talk about his age. Then we're outside making s'mores and everyone is talking about the wedding.
Do you have a date set yet?
No, we haven't really talked about that yet.
I was kind of thinking our anniversary.
A whole year?
I mean, weddings take time to plan, right?
What about a summer wedding?
I mean, we'll talk about it. We have a lot of details to discuss.
I'm here for you guys every step of the way. In fact, I've already contacted a few venues for quotes. I'm going to see one this weekend.
Oh, which one?
The Hughes Freight House.
Oh, the Freight House is nice. You know, one of my best friends from high school is the GM there. I'm sure that we could get a deal if I asked him.
No, I can handle it. First, I just sort of want to make sure that the space is what I'm going for, you know?
What you're going for.
No, I mean, what we're going for.
Well, look, if Corey knows someone there, he should go with you. Help you out.
Right. Corey's idea of a wedding is a six-pack and a barbecue.
I'm serious. It'd be good to have his perspective. Corey, what do you say?
Whatever you guys need.
Then it's set. You can help Molly with the venue.
Enemies to lovers, let's go! Next, we're at that potential wedding location place. Unrelated, I love Molly's outfit, like A+. In true Molly fashion, she is pissed that he's there. She thinks like, I know everything about weddings. I've done so many weddings. I know what I'm looking for. And she thinks that Corey basically knows nothing.
So what did you have in mind? Because I know Jordan and Sophia just want a venue that they can host all their friends and their family.
Is this shot a green screen? Or am I losing it? She gets interrupted by wedding planner Terrence, he's the one that made everybody write like the essay about love, and he's calling to tell her that she won the Beverly Hills Wedding for Valentine's Day. Yay!
I actually won the Beverly Hills Wedding? I mean, Sophia, Sophia actually won the Beverly Hills Wedding.
The title of the movie. But yes, it becomes painfully obvious. This is like the most of the plot, that Molly is planning what she believes to be the perfect wedding and is basically taking absolutely no input from the actual couple, Sophia and what's his name? Jordan. One thing that Terrence mentions is that they'll be taking photos and videos of this whole process and posting it on his website, and this is basically like to cover costs and like get exposure and whatever. Go ahead and keep that up here. Back at the family farm, Molly tells the couple that they've won this Beverly Hills wedding and everything is covered, which is pretty wild, but it's for Valentine's Day, which is in 6 weeks. They're both a bit hesitant because it's like, it's so soon and it's not really what they wanted, but it is free. One thing that came up during our community watch along, side note, if you want to get involved in the community, get involved in the watch alongs, please consider joining me on YouTube memberships. But when we watched this movie together, a lot of people clocked that Jordan does not touch Sophia hardly at all. It's almost like the opposite of touching and affection in every scene. Personally, I couldn't tell if they like hated each other, if there was tension, or maybe he is just afraid of women. Me too, buddy. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Literally in all these scenes, Jordan, the fiance, is not physically affectionate to Sophia at all. While they're debating what to do, Corey mentions that the couple love the family farm, right? And they're gonna want to get married on the family farm. It's intimate and it's personal and it's like family. And he's like, you know, they're not going to really want to get married in Beverly Hills. They're going to want to get married here on the farm. And Molly, of course, disagrees because of course she does. The couple decides that they're going to go for the Beverly Hills wedding because otherwise we wouldn't have a movie, which is simply asking for too much. The next day, Molly's getting ready to go to the airport. She's going to Beverly Hills to help with like the wedding planning stuff. And surprise, Corey shows up and he's going to take her and him to the airport because he's included as well. Who knew the brother of the groom and the best man is gonna be involved? In true Molly fashion, she is shocked and annoyed. The group arrives in California and gets picked up in a limo. How bougie. We of course get a music montage of them driving around, seeing the sights, and we see Molly take photos inside the limo through the tinted windows. Okay. This really killed me. For the music choice of this montage, we get a royalty-free / kids bop version of Beverly Hills by Weezer.
Where I come from isn't all that great. My automobile is a piece of crap. My fashion sense is a little whack, and my friends are just as screwy as me. I didn't go to boarding school. Preppy girls never looked at me. Why should they? I ain't nobody, got nothing in my pocket. Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be.
Diabolical. We finally get to the fancy hotel and we meet wedding planner Terrence and his token Asian assistant. I didn't write his name down. I don't know. Don't ask. But it's these two that are going to like guide the group through all of the organizing and planning and whatever.
Hey, is there a reason why you keep filming us?
It's for social media outlets. Terrence is an influencer, and he has some pretty big numbers, so the vendors like to see as much footage as possible. It's how Terrence offsets the cost of the wedding.
My brother and I aren't big on social media, so maybe you could just focus more on the ladies.
I'm just doing my job.
Buddy, you are filming the floor.
Molly, did you know they'd be putting video and pictures of us online?
It was mentioned.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. It will be excellent exposure for all of you.
We then see the massive ballroom where they're going to be hosting the wedding, and groom Jordan is like, I don't even know enough people like to fill this room. Our girl Molly keeps taking photos without looking through the viewfinder. Does this bother anybody else? This grated on me. Groom Jordan is clearly unsure. This isn't really what he pictured. He mentions like he always thought like they would get married in a small venue or in like a small church or just something small and intimate.
Jordan, let me give you some groomology 101. Please, place your hand on Sophia's. That young man This is the last upper hand you'll ever have.
What? Also, happy Valentine's Day. Love is dead.
Do you think Jordan is fine with this place for the wedding?
This place must cost a fortune to rent for the day, so yeah, he'll be fine with it.
If you say so.
And look at Sophia. She's having a wonderful time.
At this point, we're about 30 minutes in, and the rest of the movie follows this format. So buckle up. Just a little heads up, my partner and I are building a Hallmark database of literally every Hallmark movie ever created. We're tagging all of the tropes, all of the actors. You can actually filter through the movies by weirdness rating. Like if you want to find your next bad movie night movie, please consider checking out the database. Link in the description, link in the comments if you want to check it out. There'll also be like bingo cards and all sorts of fun stuff. So if you want to have a look, no worries if not. In their hotel room at the fancy hotel, the girls are like in awe of everything. They're like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like the view, the room, wow, this is so bougie. But Molly is doing that thing again where she's taking photos without like bringing it up to her eye. You know, she's like looking at the screen, which I don't know a single photographer who doesn't look through like, I'm calling it the viewfinder. I think that's what it's called. I don't know a single photographer that doesn't look through the little thingy and just uses the screen. But Molly does. And we see her take a picture of Sophia and the screen is clearly blank and the camera is off. Love that. We join everyone in Terrence's office and he's explaining the wedding and it's gonna be like huge and opulent and like a Beverly Hills, baby. Corey gives Terrence some of their family blueberry jam as like a thank you. It's all very like country and rustic. Nothing like a can of botulism to really inspire a wedding. First item on the agenda is the wedding invitations. They're all like crazy over the top and like pretty and pink and lace and like it's a lot. And Jordan is like, can we get something a bit more simple? And Terrence basically says, bitch, no.
Did you bring the guest list like I asked?
Yes, I have it. I just have to get back to the hotel to email it to you.
Thank you.
We didn't see the guest list.
You haven't? No. I showed it to you, didn't I? Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I got so excited I forgot.
Girly, this is not your wedding. We are getting into weird behavior territory. I am uncomfortable. I literally did this to myself. Next, the girlies are getting a pedicure and I'm like, will that last the 6 weeks until the wedding? How long does a pedicure last? In this moment, I realize I have never had a pedicure or a manicure. The more you know. Terrence is standing there and watching them for some reason, but he asks Molly about her photography business and she mentions again, like, she likes doing weddings, but she really wants to get into portrait photography. And Terrence is like, oh, send me your, like, portfolio. I'd love to see your work and maybe, like, share it with people that I know. Okay, great. Next, the boys are sitting by the pool, fully dressed, but we can't see people in bathing suits, to which I ask, what is the temperature? Emotionally intelligent Corey immediately says to his brother Jordan, like, I'm really sorry that I left the farm to you and I left and I went off. Like, I'm really sorry I left all that responsibility on you. And brother Jordan is like, honestly, it's fine. I've never resented you for it. Is this Hallmark? I feel like this is a first. Two male characters talking so openly about their feelings. 10 out of 10, no notes.
This is your wedding. Are you sure that you're fine with all this Beverly Hills stuff?
I am a bit uncomfortable with all the people opening our doors and Kendall taking video of us. And the opulence. I mean, did you see those wedding invitations? Can you imagine Big Donnie from back home receiving that in the mail?
You would have a field day. I'm just worried you're in a little over your head on this one. You know me, looking out for my little brother.
I appreciate it. But as long as it makes Sophia happy and it helps us save money for a house, I think we should just have fun and go with it.
That is all I needed to hear.
I'll tell you what, this movie is stupid, but I genuinely love these boys. Boys supporting boys. Try saying that 5 times fast. Boys supporting boys. Boys supporting boys. Boys supporting boys. The girlies come out and they talk about pointless stuff. Basically, we learn that the couple, Jordan and Sophia, are going out on a date that night, which leaves our girl Molly and ex-boyfriend Corey together. Ooh, how scandalous. That night, the pair meet up in the hotel lobby, and again, Corey is so complimentary. I actually kind of love him. Like, he doesn't feel like slimy complimentary, like he just feels very genuine. But first, take a look at her heels. Okay, tall, right? Now look at the mode of transportation he booked for them. Wild. But after their tandem bike ride, which we don't get to see because, you know, she didn't go on a tandem bike ride with those heels, but whatever. After their tandem bike ride, they end up at these food trucks. Hashtag so Cali. Girly, your finger is literally in front of the lens.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's nice seeing you in a new environment. You have a glow about you.
We love Corey, middle-aged Corey. Over their crepes, how exotic, Corey asks Molly, like, would you ever leave our small town? Like, what are your dreams, etc., etc.? And Molly says no, she would never leave because family is her priority. She talks about the promise she made to their dead mom about taking care of Sophia, and Corey's like, Sophia's a grown woman. Like, at some point you have to focus on yourself, like in your own dreams.
But my family is my priority.
Yeah, I get that, but look at my family. We all had very different dreams. We still love each other more than anything.
Was it hard to leave?
Yeah, it was. But then I realized that leaving didn't mean that I couldn't still love the people that I care about the most from wherever I was. And that included you, Molly. There were so many times over the years that I wanted to call you, share with you where I'd been that day or where I wanted to go next.
Seriously?
Yeah. I'm really sorry for hurting you. I knew that I had to leave and I didn't handle things very maturely. You deserved more than a phone call.
Yeah, I did. You know, it was not easy for me, being just a few years after my mom passed. I mean, you were my best friend. And I always understood why you had to leave, but I just never understood why you didn't ask me to go.
I knew that you felt this sense of responsibility towards your sister, and I was afraid that if I asked you, you'd just say no, so I never asked. I'm deeply sorry.
Well, thank you for telling me all this. It would have been nice to talk back then, but I'm glad we're finally doing it now.
Me too.
Okay, Corey, A+ speech, sundress and back shots behind the burrito truck. I don't need to see any more of this movie. Let's just be with Corey and wrap this shit up. The next day we see Sophia reading the morning paper and Molly comes in and she's super excited because she's going to give her portfolio to Terrence and maybe he can like help her or like jumpstart her career.
So, what about you and Corey? Are you two officially on good terms?
So there's nothing in that mug. There's no way you could take a sip of something and then say that line that quickly. This drives me crazy. It costs literally nothing to put something in that mug. Next, we're at the fancy florist and it's all starting to get like a bit over the top, right? It's all getting a bit much, but it's free, so it's hard to say no.
I'm thinking minimal, structural, maybe air plants.
Love it. What do you guys think?
I don't actually know what an air plant is.
Aren't they just plants that don't need much water?
I believe their real name is Tillandsia.
It's clear that groom Jordan is starting to get like a bit annoyed. He's getting annoyed at like all of the activities. It's all just a bit too much for him.
I have a request. Daisies.
Daisies.
You know, good old-fashioned daisies. They come from the dirt. You have to water them. Those daisies.
I'm afraid they'll clash with the motif we are going for.
Yeah, daisies are all wrong.
I haven't asked for anything yet, and I want you to be able to do your jobs, but it would really mean a lot to Sophia and I if we could have daisies. There are flowers.
Jordan, we can see their ideas first and see what they're like, and then we can decide.
Okay.
Sophia loves to keep the peace and like be polite, and as a former people pleaser, I get it.
How did you know about air plants?
I'm a botanist. I looked it up on my phone while she was talking.
I actually love Corey. Have I said that? I love Corey.
Hey, you guys should use daisies for the boutonnieres, and then maybe Terrence can handle the decor.
Okay, and then I will do peonies for the altar.
Oh, did we agree to that? I don't. Yeah, just a second ago.
We have a lot of work to do. Kendall is going to take you back to the hotel where we have our scheduled champagne tasting.
Moving along, they go to a literal champagne tasting, which sounds so much fun. But Corey is being an A+ guy again.
Kendall, I hope you don't think that we're giving you a hard time. It's nothing personal. Just all this stuff is a little out of our comfort zone.
I understand. And I appreciate you saying that.
They're tasting all the drinks and the assistant is giving the tasting notes, which again, like this would be so much fun and it's free. But once again, Jordan is getting fucked off. Everything is too fancy. He's like, they all taste the same to me. And he asks like, can't we just have beer instead? Molly is appalled, like how low class of you to suggest beer. So Jordan says, you know what, it's been a long day. I'm gonna go back to the room, and Sophia follows.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I guess you could say I'm concerned.
About what?
Whether I'm marrying you or you and Molly. She seems to be making all the decisions.
She's only trying to help.
I know, but she's always trying to help.
I know.
Let's talk about it more upstairs.
Okay.
I think a literal child, a toddler of varying ages, could see that this wedding is not for them. It's very much being pushed on them by Molly, who I think is doing it out of guilt to like the dead mom's wish of taking care of the sister and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But like, we're grown up, love. Some of us are in our literal 40s. Later that night, Molly and Corey are at the bar and they're like talking about their dreams and their aspirations and their life and whatever, and we're starting to get the lovey-dovey eyes as we transition from enemies into lovers, but not actual lovers because sex doesn't exist in the Hallmark Cinematic Universe.
I actually started focusing on portraits again.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah. I just love the old black and white photos. They have such character and glamour, you know. The lighting, the composition. It was true artistry back then. They didn't have all these digital filters, you know?
Yeah, you could do that. You're just as good.
I don't know. Maybe I was born in the wrong era.
Well, I happen to be very thankful that you're born in this era. I still have that picture that you took of my parents in the farm that you gave to me. It's hanging in my living room. Probably your biggest fan.
Like I said before, I don't need to see any more of this, okay? I love this man. Corey says even more great stuff in this interaction, but I can't play it because we simply do not have time. Just know that I love him. He's wonderful. We must move on. Moving along, now it's time for the wedding dress. And yes, it is included, which is wild. Sophia explains that she always envisioned wearing the dead mother's wedding dress to her own wedding, and she like explains the shape of it, and Terrence is appalled because it's dated. Yuck. So instead he gets her into a bunch of modern dresses, totally disregarding what she said about the mom's dress. We got a music montage. Also Molly is trying on like bridesmaids dresses. Everybody's trying on dresses. Later Sophia actually speaks up, and you know what? Fair play to her, and she says she really doesn't like any of them. She's feeling uncomfortable. She's still thinking about her mom's dress, the one that she really wants to wear. And in true Hallmark fashion, Terrence and Molly totally disregard her and put her into another really expensive modern dress. Love that. Then we see the boys in their tuxedos, they're like suit fitting or whatever, and they're talking about their feelings. Oh my God, love that. Actually, unsarcastically love that. And Corey mentions like, ooh, maybe I'm falling in love with Molly again. Then the assistant man, who's genuinely very sweet. He's a sweet guy. Sorry I don't remember his name, but he says to them that he needs to film a boomerang for their socials. Remember, like Instagram boomerang.
Heard that.
That doesn't look right. Next it's time for tasting the cakes, and of course they're all weird flavors, except Not really. One of them is salted caramel. Like, what? And they're all acting like this is so modern and weird and like strange. Whatever. But like the champagne tasting, this would be so fun. Like, you could just taste cakes and whatever. But of course, Jordan and Sophia are getting annoyed.
I kind of thought we'd just choose between chocolate or vanilla.
Okay, pause. I can get behind them being a bit annoyed about the opulence of the wedding. Like, I can get behind Sophia being annoyed about the wedding dress thing and them like totally disregarding her wishes about the dead mom's dress, right? I can get behind that. I can't get behind them getting shitty because they get to taste interesting cakes. I simply draw the line. Next thing on the agenda is the rings. Yes, Terrence is paying for their wedding rings, which is absolutely wild. So they're gonna go off and do like the sizing or whatever. Molly is actually annoyed that she's not invited. Girly, read the room. So to distract her from not being invited in them doing this really intimate ring sizing thing, Corey invites her to go to the beach instead. Okay, great. Later at the beach, she's taking more photos. It's all very cutesy, laugh. We're like definitely getting the lovey eyes here, right? They chat and stuff, but really nothing of value happens here. So moving on. Next, the group goes to Terrence's mansion in that rented limo.
Whoa. This is Terrence's house? It's like a mansion.
Girly, it is a mansion.
Welcome to our home. Come in. I'm Gary, Terrence's husband.
Well, I'll be damned. A confirmed gay in a Hallmark movie. I've had a couple of comments on some of my other recaps of people like suggesting Hallmark. If you have a Hallmark movie you want me, wow, that's hard to say. If you have a Hallmark movie that you want me to recap, leave a comment down below. Some people have mentioned that there are gay Hallmarks, which I have never seen. This is the first time I've watched a Hallmark movie with a confirmed gay. Absolutely wild. It's a shame it has to be in this movie, which literally sucks. You can't win them all, but gay husband Gary is genuinely lovely. Gay Gary brings the group outside to Terrence and the assistant. The next activity is learning how to dance, so they're ready for the first dance. Jordan is like, absolutely not. I think because he doesn't want to touch Sophia, even though she asks, like, and she's like excited about doing this, Jordan is like, absolutely not. Rough. Instead, our boy Corey is like, I'll do it. So he gets on the dance floor with Molly and they're like doing the demonstration. And eventually that convinces Jordan to get involved as well. But he clearly is not enjoying it.
It's really nice that you're doing this for them.
No, if I bring the vendors business, they bring me discounts. Believe it or not, this saves us money.
You used to do it because you enjoyed making people happy.
Ooh, gay couples have marital problems too. Equality. Eventually, Molly has had enough waltzing around the patio. She breaks off the dance with Corey because she wants to talk to Terrence about her portfolio. Inside, he's looking at her work. I'm sorry, I know I am a hater, but is this good? This looks like stuff a high schooler would take with their first DSLR. But what do I know? Terrence is very complimentary. He loves her work and he's gonna pass it along to some people he knows and maybe he can get her like an in somewhere or whatever. Great, love it, moving on. Later in Terrence's kitchen, he mentions that it's the last day in Beverly Hills. So I guess like the planning is all done and they'll leave and they'll just like come back for the wedding. But the final thing they have to decide on is the food. Fancy food, of course. And you know exactly what's gonna happen. Because a child knows what's gonna happen. Because a child wrote this. Jordan and Sophia are grossed out and annoyed at the fancy food, which like, I think is annoying in and of itself, but it's not totally unwarranted.
Terrence, look, this is our wedding day. Shouldn't we be serving something we actually like? I mean, I don't think any of these dishes are right for us.
Yeah, our family's more into comfort food.
Yeah, our family isn't gonna wanna eat this. Heck, I don't even wanna eat any of this.
Jordan, Terrence went to a lot of trouble to put this on for us. You don't have to be rude.
Again, Molly is appalled anytime they voice their displeasure. Terrence leaves. This whole thing is unraveling.
This is a wonderful opportunity. I don't see Sophia complaining.
No, I'm with Jordan on this one. This really isn't us. And it would have been nice to be consulted first.
We should go.
we should go. Y'all got there in one limo. You're just gonna leave Molly and Corey behind.
Saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, because you instigated it. Always with your little comments.
You think this is my doing? You've been trying to turn them into something that they're not. Our job should be to give Jordan and Sophia the wedding that they want.
How do you know what they want? You left. You just swoop into town every now and then whenever you feel like it. I've been here the whole time.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you've been so worried about Sophia's life that you forgot about your own.
I made a promise to my mother.
To look after her. I know. You forgot about the second part. Follow your own dreams, not just manage hers. And sometimes looking after someone means letting them be their own person.
We are simply too old to be having this conversation. Molly explains to Terrence that she's been trying to give the couple the best wedding ever, and all of Terrence's work has been absolutely beautiful, but it's just not suited to the couple. Literally all of us could have told you that. But Molly says we're just gonna have to call everything off. Roll the credits. Just kidding. I wish. No, we're almost there. Back at home, they're talking with the family, and Sophia mentions that Jordan is really upset about the whole thing. In particular, all of the photos and the videos that Terrence posted on social media. Remember, he doesn't like social media. Especially the video of Jordan dancing and he steps on Sophia's foot. Like he's really upset about it all. I personally counter Jordan is a grown man and he should have spoken up sooner, but whatever. Dad tells the girls they can't go to bed until they resolve whatever's going on between them. They have to talk it out. Great, let's fucking drag this out. On the couch, Molly apologizes for pushing this wedding on her when clearly it wasn't what Sophia wanted. Sophia said, don't worry about it. I know you had good intentions. We'll figure something out. Sophia also says, like, you have sacrificed so much for me and you've been so big in my life and like such a part of my life, but now it's time for you to focus like on your own shit. Basically, Molly has inserted herself into the relationship between Sophia and Jordan. Cue up the Princess Diana meme, there are 3 of us in this marriage. That is literally it. Then we're at the family farm. Molly has come over to apologize to groom Jordan about the whole experience, which I appreciate for her apologizing. And she gives him this like photo frame thing of the couple when they were younger and then present day. Very cute. Ugly font though, right? Like we can all agree this is an ugly font. She then leaves immediately afterwards without talking to Corey, even though Corey is there and he very clearly wants to talk to her, but she leaves. Back at Terrence's mansion, he's like on the phone. He's very businessman, very like workaholic, networking guy. And husband Gary is like, oh my God, have you tried the jam that they gave us? It's so good. It tastes like home. End scene. Then we're back with Molly while she's editing some of like the trip photos, and the coworker mentions like, seems like maybe you're in love with Corey based on like the photos you've been taking of him and whatever. Who cares? Hold on. We have 9 minutes left. We are almost there. It's here that Terrence calls Molly. He's got an idea. He says, I'm in town, can we meet? Ooh, mysterious. Terrence explains to everyone, over the years of planning these like giant, intricate weddings, he's sort of lost his way. And he still wants to plan their wedding, but he's gonna do it there at the family farm where it's personal and intimate and small. Okay, great. I wish we started here, but we got here in the end. We get a couple of exposition dumps here as we're like trying to wrap this shit up. But Terrence says that Sophia is going to wear the dead mom's dress and they're gonna like alter it so it fits her, but she's gonna wear the dead mom's dress like she wanted. And also one of his friends that owns their own gallery wants to showcase Molly's photography stuff. Great. Everything is working out perfectly. I literally can't wait to see the credits. After the family meeting, Molly pulls Corey aside.
Hey, can we talk?
Talk?
Yeah, you know, exchange of words. Some people call it a conversation.
Okay, you didn't need to be such a bitch about it. She does apologize though, thank God, basically saying like she blamed Corey for everything wrong in her life, even stuff like he had no part in or no responsibility. She apologizes. Okay, great. Unrelated, I love this man's like smile lines. Love him. End scene. We gotta wrap this shit up. We skip all of the wedding planning because simply nobody cares, and bam, it's wedding time in the woods. It's giving Twilight vibes in the forest. We see Sophia walk down the aisle and pause. So the altar is like on this mound of dirt, and there's no steps like from the aisle up to this mound altar. So Sophia has to like gingerly climb up this dirt mound in her heels. Love that. We skip the rest of the wedding because who cares? I think largely because Jordan didn't want to have to kiss Sophia. We're in the barn afterwards and Corey is giving a speech, which is this made me laugh. Literally sections of Molly's essay that she submitted to Terrence about why the couple's love is perfect, right? Corey is literally reading sections of her essay. This is like peak best man vibes. Honestly, it goes on forever. Who cares? Finally, he calls up Molly to read the rest of her own work. Then it's finally over, thank God. People are dancing. We see Molly and Corey together, and it's very cutesy, obviously. We're at the end of the movie. And he says something to her like, if she gets some sort of photography opportunity in LA because of Terrence, Corey will follow her there. They admit that they're falling in love with each other again. They kiss, which is, you know, very on point. Someone has to hook up with the maid of honor at a wedding. Do you know what I mean? And then a hard cut to credits. Get the fuck out of here. We're done. As with all my Hallmark recaps, we have 3 categories to rate: chemistry, plot, and overall enjoyment. For chemistry, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. Corey, as I've said, is wonderful. He's flirty, he's cutesy, he's very complimentary. He seems very genuine and like comes across quite genuine. Molly is nice. That's kind of like her only characteristic. She's nice, although for a lot of this movie, she's not very nice. It's just the smiley Hallmark trope drives me crazy sometimes. She's just like, she's smiley, but Corey makes up for it. For plot, this sucks. This sucks real bad. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. It's stupid. It is dragged out. It's so obvious. And for overall enjoyment, the plot really sucks, but the chemistry is good. So I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. Largely, it is boring. It's that type of Hallmark movie where it's not so bad that it's funny. It's just so bad that it's boring. And I watched it twice. I hope you like this recap. If you guys have a TV movie or a Hallmark movie that you want me to recap, please leave a comment down below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, bye!